Hi, and welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. I'm Jamie deRoy.
And I'm Barry Kleinbort.
This week we bring you an array of new things that have opened on Broadway and are still playing off Broadway, and to look at cabaret, etc. It's always a wonderful time at Jamie deRoy and Friends. So to start us off, over at the Broadway Theater is Here Lies Love, and it stars Ariel Jacobs and Jose Lana.
And Conrad Nicomora and Lea Salonga.
It is directed by Tony Award winner Alex Timbers, choreographed by Annie B. Parson.
And it's written by David Byrne and Fatboy Slim.
The entire theater has been revamped by David Corrins, and it is quite the spectacular. It's really an immersive experience,
well, yes,
right?
the show is happening all around you. So we were upstairs when we saw the show, but most of the people downstairs are standing and watching stages being moved around. But even if you're sitting and not moving around, the show is happening around you. So it is a totally immersive experience.
So here is a look at Here Lies Love, playing at the Broadway Theater.
A new play has opened on Broadway, The Cottage, written by Sandy Rustin and directed by Jason Alexander.
This comedy stars Eric McCormick, Laura Bell Bundy, Lily Cooper, and Alex Moffat.
It's playing at the Hayes Theater until October 29th, and it's a spoof of a 1920s Noel Coward play through a modern sensibility. Let's take a look.
Do you ever wonder what would have happened had I met you first?
I don't need to wonder, I know.
Oh, good, I'm so curious. Tell me.
We would have married.
I knew it. If we'd married, we'd be the picture of happiness.
You knew? Of course, darling. The wife always knows.
Well, why didn't you say anything?
I hate unpleasant conversation.
She really does. Once I mentioned...
Fuck!
Nothing. I mentioned nothing.
I thought you said the divorce was final.
Did you?
Final is such an ambiguous word.
Another new comedy on Broadway is The Shark is Broken, written by Ian Shaw and Joseph Nixon and directed by Guy Masterson.
It stars Ian Shaw as his father, Robert Shaw. Richard Dreyfuss is played by Alex Brightman, and Colin Donnell plays Roy Scheider.
Well, it's about the making of the movie Jaws, and they're playing the actors who starred in the movie.
And how they actually don't get along on this boat while they're waiting for this shark to be working.
Actors not getting along? Wow.
Hard to believe.
Hard to believe. Where's it playing, Jamie?
It plays at the Golden Theater through November 19th. Here is a look at The Shark is Broken.
Quiet on set.
Camera. Rolling. Sound. Speed. Marker.
Scene 191D. Take 2.
Action.
Let me tell you about the USS Indianapolis. It's 1945, Chief. Just left the island of Tinian. A lovely place, Chief.
Oh, for God's sake, I can't say this. It's duller than my tax return. God damn it! You are such a bad loser! Dumb luck! If you think I'm letting you anywhere near my booze after that stunt you pulled...
Jesus Christ, Ryan, I don't have a death wish, okay? Just, come on, I'm really good at finding stuff.
Bingo! Saints be praised! You're like a truffled big boy!
They can put a man on the moon. They can't make a mechanical fish that floats.
I think we may have underestimated the power of the sea.
You know, it makes me think it would have been easier to just get a real shark.
You serious?
Sure, why not? Just get a tame shark. How hard can that be?
You ever seen a real live shark?
I'm from Queens, man. Of course I've never seen a real live shark.
Who gets top billing?
Your name is higher and it's in the middle!
But I am lower down and on the left.
My agent has screwed me again!
It's a thriller, a machine for making money. Do you really think they're gonna be talking about this in 50 years?
$50 at McDonald's. How many kids do you have?
9 so far.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. Sorry, I really love that line.
Direct from London, where it won the Olivier Award for Best Musical, is Back to the Future, directed by John Rando.
The book is by Bob Gale, and the music and lyrics are by Alan Silvestri and Glenn Ballard.
And it stars Casey Likes and Roger Bart.
And it is the movie Back to the Future from 1986, put on stage as a musical, thrilling special effects, stagecraft, jaw-dropping. I would say the last 10 minutes are just jaw-dropping, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
And
the DeLorean is, oh my God.
Yes, and it's at the Winter Garden Theater. Let's take a look.
Good evening, this is Dr. Emmett L. Brown, and this is my time machine.
A time machine?
You're a slacker, McFly!
Gotta get back in time.
1955?
Hey, McFly, I thought I told you never to come in here.
If they don't meet, they won't fall in love, they won't get married, and neither you nor your siblings will ever be born.
Whoa, this is heavy.
You don't need money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's sudden and it's cool sometimes, but it might just save your life. That's the power of love.
Way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a cuddly boy named Johnny B. Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar like it's ringing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny B. Good.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it.
Goodnight Oscar, playing at the Belasco Theater, is your last chance to catch it through August 27th. It stars Tony Award winner Sean Hayes, who just won the Tony this year for this incredible performance as Oscar Levant.
The play is written by Doug Wright, and it's directed by Lisa Peterson. And it deals with real people again, like The Shark is Broken. It deals with real people. Oscar Levant, who was a very famous pianist and wit and raconteur and crazy. And Jack Parr, who had one of the Tonight Shows. And what happens when he gets booked to be on The Tonight Show. For those of us who grew up with them, it's a moment in time to be cherished and remembered, but it's opening this to an entirely new audience who have never experienced Oscar Levant before.
And it's not to be missed. Here is a look.
You know what people do when they're surprised, shocked, and uncomfortable?
Oh, I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
They laugh. Well, only an idiot would come on a show like this and discuss politics. And guess what?
What?
I'm an idiot.
Also closing on August 27th, this time off Broadway, is the play Let's Call Her Patty by Zarina Shea, directed by Margot Bordelon.
And it stars Rhea Perlman. Also in the cast, Leslie Rodriguez-Kritzer and Ariel Goodman. It plays at the Claire Toe Theater. Here is a look at Let's Call Her Patty. Continuing at the West Side Theater is Little Shop of Horrors. This revival just keeps going and going, and Jeremy Jordan is back in the show through September 17th only. Also in the cast this time around is Bryce Pinkham and Brad Oscar, but it ever changes and always great actors.
The book and lyrics are by Howard Ashman, the music is by Alan Menken, and this production is directed by Michael Mayer. And this show it opened 40 years ago off Broadway at the Orpheum Theater. I know, I was there. And that it continues, it's had 2 film versions, and it keeps finding a new audience.
And they never want to go to Broadway, always off Broadway.
Well, there's an interesting story about that. Howard Ashman actually wanted the show to go from off Broadway to Broadway, and the Schuberts produced the off-Broadway production. And they said, we're making a nice piece of change off Broadway, and we're not interested in taking the risk of whether it'll find an audience on Broadway or not. And that's why it didn't go to Broadway.
I think sometimes more people should stick to that.
Well, that's another show, Jamie. But let's take a look at Little Shop of Horrors.
Where the folks are broke, you go downtown. Where your life's a joke, you go downtown. Where you buy a token, you go home to Skid Row. Home to Skid Row.
Yes, you go.
playing at New World Stages is The Play That Goes Wrong. It opened off-Broadway after its Broadway run on February 20th, 2019. Did have a little break like everything else with the pandemic, but it's going strong with no end in sight.
It was written by The Mischief Company, which is Henry Lewis, Jonathan Shayer, and Henry Shields. And this production is directed by Matt DiCarlo. And The Play That Goes Wrong is really the first of these series of shows of what would happen if everything turned into a disaster during a live performance.
Then they just had Peter Pan Goes Wrong, which just closed and now going out to LA. And the bank robbery that goes wrong, it never ends. Their minds are so fertile.
Right, right.
Well, let's take a look at The Play That Goes Wrong.
Welcome to the Cornell University Drama Society's presentation of The Murder at Havisham Manor!
Also through August 27th is Jean and Gilda playing at one of my favorite little theaters out of town, the Penguin Rep. This one is directed by Joe Brancato. Jean and Gilda is written by Carrie Gitter.
And it stars Jordan K. Burnett as Gilda and Jonathan Randall Silver as Gene Wilder. And again, another play about real people.
Penguin Rep is also presenting a new play, Small, through September 2nd at 59E59 Theaters.
It stars and is written by Robert Montano and directed by Jesse D. Hill. And Robert is a wonderful actor who I've known for many years. He was in a show of mine way back when, and is one of the most talented people I've ever encountered in my life.
The interesting thing about his story is he started off as a jockey and became a dancer.
Right, and this is about his years as a jockey, hence the title Small.
There is a very special Uncle Vanya taking place through September 3rd. It's in a loft, and it stars David Cromer and Marin Ireland.
It's directed by Jack Serio.
And now for our cabaret roundup. At the Cafe Carlisle on September 2nd only is Tony and Grammy Award winner John Lloyd Young, the original star of Jersey Boys. His show is always spectacular.
Also at the Carlisle on September 8th and 9th is Rosalia de Cuba. Appearing at 54 Below from August 24th through the 26th is Broadway favorite Ben Crawford.
His show is called Songs I Like to Sing That I Hope You Will Like to Hear.
Also at 54 Below, August 30th through September 2nd, is Adam Pascal from the original Rent.
On September 7th and 8th at 54 Below is triple threat Tony Yazbek.
And on September 9th at 54 Below is Seth Sykes Sings Streisand.
He touched me. He put his hand near mine, and then he touched me. I felt a sort of tingle where he touched me, a sparkle, a glow. He knew it. It wasn't accidental, no. He knew it. He smiled as if to tell me so. All through it, he knew it. I know he's real and the world is alive and shining. I feel such a wonderful drive towards Valentining. He touched me. I simply have to face the fact he touched me. Control myself and try to act as if I remember my name. But he touched me, and suddenly nothing is the same. One touch and New York is a part of heaven. One touch and I'm handsome and tall and 6'7". He touched me. I simply have to face the fact he touched me. Control myself and try to act as if I remember my name. But he touched me. He touched me. And suddenly nothing is the same. Yes, he touched me. He touched me. And suddenly nothing is the same.
To wrap up tonight's show, here is another look at Here Lies Love.
There are many ways to win a game, but skill is not enough. Who's holding aces and who's gonna fold and who's got a secret and who's feeling bold? It's a winning combination. If a lady understands that the king and the queen of hearts could be a perfect hand, that the king and the queen of hearts could be a perfect hand.
But we have waited so long, now a change will come soon. And if you put me in charge, hey, well that's what I'll do. Help me out, fellas.
I am a child of the Philippines, from Cagayan to Lake Cebu.
And they they can come true. Now we can educate our children, and we can unionize our workers. We can give our people a break. Come on, let's give our people a break. You say,
Give our people a break.
over here, let's give our people a break. Now let me hear it.
Give our people a break.
Up top, give our people a break. Come on.
Give our people a break.
Just give them a break. Yeah.